So well done for getting your outline done. I'm now going to move on to adding some colour. So I've had a look at my image and I've identified the colours that I want to use. So I know that there's quite a lot of different tones of blue, and don't worry if you don't have all these colours at home, because like you've noticed before when you've done colour pencil with your corals about 2 lessons before, if you press harder with pencils you'll get a darker colour, if you press lighter you'll get a lighter colour, so it doesn't matter too much. But because I have the pencils I'm just going to show you. So I have light blues, I have dark blues, I have greens on here. I've got a light green because that's what they've got. I've got a black for parts of it. I've got pinks, purples, reds and yellows because they are the colours that I have identified. So I'm going to move them to one side. I'm going to start on the fish that I started with originally. I'm only going to do a part of this and I'll show you an image of it when it's finished, but I'm not going to have you watch me colour the whole thing in, kind of like we do in lessons. I'll show you a part of it. So I'm going to start with my it's like a pinky purpley colour, so we're going to have to overlay some colours. So when you see the image you'll see it's like a pinky purpley in this area here of the fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go really lightly with this pink, and as you may have noticed I sharpened all of my pencils first. They've got nice sharp edges, okay? If you don't sharpen them you're going to find it very hard to press lightly with your pencil, same as like you do usually with your drawing pencils, okay? So I'm going to go very, very lightly. So I've got my pink colour on. So it's a pinky purpley. So I'm going to put a little bit of pink and then I'm going to go over with my purple to get this pinky purpley colour. And make sure you do it quite lightly. So if you want to add a little bit more pink, you can go over it again. But it doesn't work if you press really, really hard to start with, okay? It's not going to work like that. So the inside of the eye is blue. So I'm just going to add that blue in there. And then most of the fish is blue, apart from the scales, which are a little bit lighter. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to go back in with my pencil and I'm going to just draw in the scales slightly. So I know where they go. So they're kind of rounded like this. Just so I know where I'm going, because obviously if I make a mistake, it's a lot easier to rub out in pencil than it is in colour pencil. So I'm just going to add some of the scales in here. Like so. There's another one there. Slight one there. So I'll draw a couple of them in because otherwise it's going to take me a while to get it all done. So these are quite light coloured. So I'm going to go very lightly with my pencil. Trying to keep it in the lines as best as I can. And again, this does help if you have a nice sharp pencil because it's very hard to do when it's blunt. So I'm just going to do a couple of them there. And then you've got the background of it is also blue, but it's a bit darker. So I'm going to press a little bit harder, not too much. So I'm not pressing down really hard. As you notice, I'm still holding the pencil up here, but I'm pressing just a little bit harder because when I go down to this bit, it's not going to look much different. And then you've got a slightly darker blue, which I'm going to pick. It goes down here. This fish bit here is quite dark. So I'm going to go over that with my darker colour. There we go. Now, behind the fish scales, there's like a slight purple in the background. So again, I can go really, really lightly. If you start off lightly, if you make a mistake, you can rub it out a little bit. You may have noticed before. But if you go really hard with your colour pencil first, you're going to have trouble rubbing it out. So it's got a little bit of purple there. Then I'm going to go back in with my blue and I'm going to go over that and overlay that. Okay, and you can see the colours that I go over slightly. You can see it's got a purpley to it. And we may go around these fish scales a little bit more and make them a bit more eye-catching by putting a little ring around them. So that's one of my fish done. Partly that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do this type of fish here because it goes yellow, green, dark, light blue, then dark blue. So I'm going to show you how you can achieve that. So I'm going to get my yellow first because that's the colour at the very, very top. I am going to do sideways shading like this. So I'm not going to colour it this way this time like I did with this one. I'm going to go sideways. Okay, so I'm going to start at the very, very top of my fish. And I'm going to kind of go in the position that I'm doing with this part of the fish, if that makes any sense. So instead of going straight across, I'm kind of going in the same movement as the fish. and the outline of the fish. So the top of it's yellow, and there's a bit that goes down here a little bit as well. There we go. Then I'm going to go into my green. So my green, I'm going to partly blend over the top of my yellow and go down a little bit. And don't worry too much about the blending part of it. It's just getting used to doing colour pencils. So I'm going to do that down to about here, because that's what I can see. Then it goes into a light bluey colour. So I'm just going to put that a little bit over the top. And go down, like so. Still going in the same motion because we want it nice and smooth. Then I'm going to go in with a darker blue down the bottom. And this one I can press a little bit harder with. There we go. And then you've got the fish's eyes, light blue. And it's got a little dark piece of blue around the side there. So that's that fish done. What I'm going to do after that, actually, is make his, it's not a beak, make his face a bit pointier because it looks pointier on there. Okay, what I'm going to do with these ones here, I'm just going to show you these ones before I kind of let you go ahead and do it yourselves, is the outside of these are quite thick, and you'll be able to see it on the PowerPoint. So I'm just going to go over my colour pencil like so. And I'm pressing down quite hard with this, only because the colour's quite dark. And then I can just keep going over parts and just creating a thicker line. So going round and kind of making a thicker line around the outside. Okay, and you can draw this in if you're not happy doing it straight with colour pencil, that's totally fine. If you feel like you'd make a mistake and you would want a line there, so you can actually do it, that's totally up to you. And I've just broken the pencil. Okay, so you can do that with that, that's totally fine. All the other bits that I'm going to have a look at, you've got a background bit here that's slightly pinky purpley colour, but I'm just going to use my pink, and it goes into a yellow colour just above this fish. So again, I'm going very, very lightly with my pink. So I'm just going to show you how to do the background slightly, and then you can go off and do it yourself. So that's the background there. Then it goes into a yellowy colour, which slightly goes into the pink. So again, I'm going to go slightly over the pink. And then I'm going to go back in. And this goes all the way to the end of this fish's tail here. Goes up to here. And then it goes into a light bluey colour. Okay, and you can see they start to blend together when you're doing them quite lightly. Okay, if you want to obviously blend it a little bit more, you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, just go over it a couple of times and make it a little bit more layered. So you go over it again, we're using light pressure. And you keep going over it until you are happy with how it blends together. Okay, so give that a go at adding colour to your image that you have drawn. And then I will show you a little extra tip that I have for making your page look more exciting.